Things went sideways early last night for an Outlaw team, and today we'll walk you through the entire process they went through at breakneck speed to salvage their race night, plus an update on Chris Madden's future, a surprise frontrunner at Oshweken, and more. Let's go. It's Thursday, May 15th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Today's daily show is being supported by our friends at Arrowhead. They've got a busy weekend coming up with 3 different races to tune into. That includes a pair of Comp Cam's Super Dirt Series late model events Friday and Saturday. Championship leader Billy Moyer leads the series into the Rev on Friday, May 16th, and Texarkana 67 Speedway on Saturday, May 17th. Both shows are $5,000 to win and $500 to start. Tyler Stevens and Tony Jackson Jr. are the most recent series winner. Grab an account and watch both of these over at www.arrowvision.live. Also on Friday night, if you can't get to Arrowhead Speedway in Oklahoma, you can check out the Dustin's Dream Memorial. A packed night of racing includes the McClarty Daniel Buick GMC All-American Challenge Series with $2,000 to win for Outlaw Modifieds. They've also got B-Mods, stock cars, pure stocks, Midwest mods, tuners, interceptors, and dwarfs. They will cap the night with fireworks and a light show. All season long, Arrowvision is the streaming home for the Comp Cam's Super Dirt Series, the All-American Outlaw Modified Series, and Arrowhead Speedway. You can grab an account and tune in over at arrowvision.live. We had good racing out front at Oshweken Speedway last night for the World of Outlaws' first sprint car race in Canada since 2017. That included 2 of the series' best going at it late and an unknown, really, leading laps and grabbing attention. Pennsylvania driver and regular 360 sprint car competitor Jordan Thomas took advantage of a front row dash draw to win and put himself on the feature pole. He led 11 laps before eventually finishing 5th. It was just the 5th career Outlaw start for Thomas and definitely his best result. All 4 of his previous starts had come at Weed Sport, where he had a best finish of 13th. The win came down to a battle between Carson Macedo and David Gravel, with Gravel coming out on top for a series-leading 7th win on the year. Sheldon Haudenschild charged from 7th to finish 2nd, and Macedo ended up 3rd. The Outlaws, they're going to do it all over again tonight at Oshweken before moving to Cornwall on Sunday. Back to Sheldon Haudenschild. Him driving from 7th to 2nd in that feature was probably the easiest thing that 17 squad did all night. After picking up quick time in Group A qualifying, the 17 broke an engine. You could see smoke starting to appear from that car during those time trials, and Sheldon eventually shut it down before completing lap number 2. We later found out from Dirt Vision's Connor Wade that the car actually broke a U-joint, which is what caused the engine to go south. Throughout the rest of qualifying and hot laps, we kept getting these little Dirt Vision check-ins, and I wanted to walk you through the incredible timeline. These crews, they are so good with what they can get done in a very short amount of time, and this team had it even worse than just an engine swap. Since it was the U-joint, they also needed to replace not only the engine, but the full drive line. So here's how this thing played out. The clock starts with Sheldon checking up, coming to the checkered flag on that second lap, showing smoke. About 1 minute and 15 seconds later, the car is shown back behind the truck with crew chief Kyle Ripper, car chief Luke Vaughn, plus Clinton Boyles from the Vermeer 55, and Cody Jacobs and Zach Patterson from the Big Game 2 getting started on pulling that engine. There are also a handful of other guys that you can spot in there as well, and at one point along the way, we even see David Gravel with tools in his hand. We then see the car less than 2 minutes later with Vaughn draining water as progress continues. In between qualifiers, we get more peaks, and then right about 4 minutes after we first saw the car behind the truck, the engine and all of its bits are completely gone. They've basically stripped this thing down. All that's left is the frame and some engine and some body panels, but all of the engine parts, all of the surrounding parts and pieces, everything completely gone. Then over the next 15 or so minutes, the rest of that driveline assembly is replaced, including the drive shaft and the torque tube. They didn't even take the seat or any of those other interior pieces out. They just worked around them, which was pretty incredible to watch. And then 20 minutes after Sheldon slowed up on the track, we look again to see the new engine has already been dropped into place inside the 17's trailer. If you're not aware, maybe you're a new sprint car fan, they actually have lifts or a hoist inside the trailer. So when they want to swap those engines out, they just roll the car into the trailer, pull one out, and drop the next one in. We then get a few more scattered look-ins as Flight B of qualifying continued, and then once qualifying was complete, we're shown Sheldon climbing back into the car with the new engine in, the wing on, and final preparations happening. You can see Ripper here kind of standing up on the wheel, working on that wing to get it wrapped up. Those guys get everything finished up, and then they were able to get that thing fired off to get some heat in the engine and then check for any issues, any leaks, anything like that. The Ohsweken was then ready to roll from the pole of Heat Race 1. From the moment the 17 lost power to that first heat race pushing off, it was 48 minutes, so they had less than an hour gap there. And from car back at the trailer to Sheldon strapping back in was an astonishing 28 minutes, less than half an hour to pull one engine, replace the entire driveline assembly, drop a new engine in, and then have the car just about ready to push off. Incredible stuff. Big kudos as well to the DIRTRACKR team for being all over the process so we could kind of see it and watch it unfold live. To finish second after all of that was a great result, and if maybe we would have had a late caution, a battle between the 17 and the 2, I think would have been fun to watch. Here's hoping things go just a little bit smoother the rest of the weekend for that 17 team. A quick update on the Chris Madden segment from yesterday where we talked about his racing operation going up for auction at some point after the Dream at Eldora. G.R. Smith's Team 22 sent me back this message on his future with their team. Quote, Chris Madden's next scheduled race is the Dirt Late Model Dream Weekend in the Team at 22 Inc. Motorsports number 44. The team has been busy putting all its focus on preparing for next month's crown jewel at Eldora, unquote. So as I said yesterday, this seems to confirm my assumption that Madden's deal with Team 22 will be unaffected by his news of this news of him selling out his own race team. Looking at things coming up this weekend, there is a ton of late model stuff on tap. Both national tours in action starting tonight. The World of Outlaws late models are at Raceway 7 in Ohio before hitting Marion Center on Saturday and Bedford on Sunday, both of those tracks in Pennsylvania. Bobby Pierce still leads Nick Hoffman and Ryan Gustin in the standings. And notably, this is the final weekend for a key World of Outlaws Late Model Series official. Race director Mitch Hedstrom is moving over to NASCAR after Sunday's Late Model show to work ARCA and Truck Series events. That means series director Steve Francis is on the hunt for a new official to fill that spot, and the job is currently listed on the careers page at worldracinggroup.com. Dirt on Dirt's Kevin Kovac reported a while back that Francis thinks the new hire could come from within the WRG family of series and racing. And that was what happened with the Sprint Car Series when Mike Hess was brought in by High Limit. Current Outlaw race director Doug Leonard was moved over from the Super Dirt Car Series to take that role. And then the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, they're at Eagle Raceway in Nebraska for 3 nights. Ricky Thornton Jr., Devin Moran, Jonathan Davenport, and Garrett Alberson, they all have the 4 chase spots. But Brandon Overton, Hudson O'Neill, Brandon Shepard are still very much in the mix. O'Neill, a winner at Eagle in 2024, and we documented his kind of recent turnaround on the show yesterday. And if I remember correctly, Eagle was RTJ's first race with Kohler last season, so we've been an entire year now with RTJ at Kohler. Other action to get into includes the Hunt the Front Series at Sugar Creek and Smoky Mountain for good money, the Northern All-Stars at Circle City and Lawrenceburg, and lots of other local and regional action. Also, don't forget to check out those Comp Cams races with our friends at Arrowvision. If you want to see all of your options, check out the streaming schedule at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Weekend open wheel action includes High Limit at Ransomville and Utica Rome. We'll see if Brent Marks, Tyler Courtney, or Rico Abreu can eat into Brad Sweet's lead. We've also got the IRA at Dodge County and Plymouth. NARC is racing at Ocean and Tulare. You've got the AFCS, and then lots of local racing across PA and Ohio and elsewhere. And then USAC has their Midget Series at Belleville Friday and Saturday and Sweet Springs on Sunday. That Saturday Belleville show also features the Silver Crown Series, so lots of options out there for your dirt racing enjoyment coming up. We'll call it good right there for this week. Thanks as always for the support and tuning in each day. It is much appreciated. Hope you guys have a great Thursday and a great weekend out there. We'll see you right back here on Sunday.